One of the messages that I got from one of my visitations, what I thought was really, really special. Now, you know, all of them are special, right? Just to have an opportunity to hear like that. But this one particular one really got me, as it was to remind me of how I'm supposed to, or remind me of the ideal way of being in the world. That's probably the better way of saying it, the ideal. And what I was reminded of was to be in my truth and not be afraid of it. And for me, that meant that, whatever my truths were with respect to my relationship, with respect to what my needs were, things that I wanted to have experience and just the way I wanted to live my life, the way I felt I wanted to live and experience life, that I need to respect and appreciate my truth and not be ashamed of it and not feel that it was wrong, and but I was to share it. And so I'm in a space now where I'm doing just that. And it's so interesting because I'm also learning about, how I'm made, my human design, and how God has, fabricated me, my body, my space suit, what I came here to dwell in as I do God's work. And I really see how important it is for me to let people know what is important to me. And, I want to encourage you to do the same thing. That your truth, people don't make your truth wrong. Don't make your desires wrong. I have found that a lot of us, when we say to God, oh, if it's for me to do a certain thing, then give me a sign, or another thing is we decide we want to do it, but then we'll say something like, God, if it's not for me to do it, give me a sign. Let me see a caterpillar, or show me whatever, some kind of object, but make it so incredibly clear for me to not do it because I've already decided I'm going to do it. And I just want to let you know that your truth is like a guidepost. you know your will, your core will is God's will, because you are God's vessel. And we need to honor that. We ought to be okay with our truth. We ought to be okay with honoring the fact that God has made us and there's been no mistake. And there's greatness in you, there's greatness in all of us. And the whole journey, this whole life journey, I've learned and continue to learn on a regular basis, is all about us coming more into who we are and expressing that in a way that's loving, in a way that's impactful and influential. And whatever that could be, for some people, it's creating drawings, and for some people it's creating film, and for some people it's through athleticism, it's the thing that just astounds people when they see you do it. But it's for you, it could be developed, it could be mature, and it could be at some point effortless. And we have to be okay with that. We have to be okay with the gifts that God's given us and learn to share those in a way that will uplift mankind. I always say that the season that we're in right now, folks, is that God is looking for us to come forward with our gifts. The world needs us. The world needs people who resonate with what I'm saying. The world needs us to step up and be pillars of light in what could look like a dark world to a lot of people. And you become that light by being okay with your truth. I never set out to be considered someone who was a spiritual coach or a spiritual mentor, and I'm not even quite sure what that would look like at this point in time. All I know is that I have a desire to touch a lot of people. I have a gift to speak, and I have a gift where, people come into my presence, we have a conversation, and they're different. They heal, they transform. And for a while, as I started to realize this, it scared me, it frightened me, because what do you do with that? Like, I didn't go to school to learn how to be with that, market that, monetize that, go get a job with that. Like, what do you do with it? But this is what I'm learning, that, and from a biblical standpoint, it says that your gifts will make room for you, and it will bring you before kings and queens, right? And so my heart's desire is that today you'll understand how important your truth is, and that you would not make it wrong, but that you would have value. You would see value in who you truly are, and bring that value to the world. The world needs that. So I hope you enjoyed this. As I get more messages, as I hear more from God and get my inspiration, I will come back and share. Like I said, I'm creating this video channel, totally a step of faith, but I am trusting that it will bless you. And if it did, share it with other people as well. All right. God bless you.